Hello and welcome to the finale of the very aptly named preview show. Yeah, it's been an interesting season. We're just going to recap it briefly, talk about who won, who lost. Secret here for you who are actually paying attention to what I'm saying. If you couldn't tell, kind of already did all this part. We lost the recording after 6 minutes. So, you may not be as enthusiastic about this initial opening segment.
You're not supposed to tell them. They would never know if you hadn't said anything.
I don't care, it's my job. My prerogative. Now they know. I'm open and honest. See, now that I've been honest once, I can be a dick to people on Twitter. That's the secret, Yumi.
Wow.
That's the secret.
Yeah. Now they just know you as the truth speaker.
Exactly. They can trust me about everything. Just like config to heroic is permanent. Anyway, more importantly, season's concluded. The scoreboard reads 15-7. Any guesses on who the 15 is? Yep, that's right, it's me. Let me just, hang on, I forgot something before. Ah, there it is. Just gonna...
Oh my god, as if.
Even
if I had won, I don't have a prop crown, like what?
Yeah, but when I sent it to you, I know I'm gonna win at the start of the season. Told you, I'm a little cocky. But no. More importantly, Yumi, 15-7, resounding thumping.
Mm-hmm.
Please enlighten me. What can you do better next time?
Yeah, I don't know. In our last sort of rundown, we were sort of talking about, like, hey, I probably would change the way I maybe approach this game, just go with my gut a bit more instead of trying to, like, rationalize it in the world stage. Which, you know, some of those picks did pull through, but they're also just a little bit boring sometimes as well, so... You know,
yeah, you had a solid streak of favourites at the start of the season. Like, you picked Heroic, Na'Vi, G2. They all pointed. Like, it was a good start.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to have more consistent rules to the game, because we had, like, bonus rounds and all this sort, and I feel like that actually only helped you somehow, so... No,
towards the end, I was just making stuff up to give you a chance to close the gap.
Yeah, you were just farming, to be honest.
just to maybe help you close the gap, because I was like, at some point, it's like a 6-point lead. It's like... On the regular system, you can make maybe a 3-point catch-up, like, and there's like 2 shows left at best. Like, nah, let's give him a chance to make it close. Just so happens I still won. Just so happens.
And I was also just destroyed by every single one of my Cloud9 predictions, so that's a lesson learned. Just stop having faith in Cloud9. Maybe Cloud9 without inters, you know, if that's the rumor to be believed, but I don't know if that's even the way to success, so... You know, that's a loaded topic. Cloud9, they had my heart for a moment, and it's they stripped it away again. So
yeah, absolutely zero consistency this year from them. Like, it's actually very disappointing considering how good Shiro was, how many good events Axile had. Like, to see the team overall not be good was pretty horrifying. And the Inters move is something I'll probably have to talk about in greater depth at some point, but not today. Not today. I don't think it's the time for that. That's a heavy topic to have to go into. So yeah, 15-7. I feel like this was a crazy year. Like, we started off with the FaZe dominance. The FaZe sort of established what looked to be like a great era, winning all the massive prestige events. And then kind of about the halfway point of the year, it all went into chaos. Like, just individual teams winning select events. And it was nice to see, I don't know, it gave you fake hope at times. Like, Vitality are an elite team. No, okay. 2 weeks later, maybe not. Outsiders can really contend. Still yet to see if they really can long term. Like, we'll see at the Blast World Final, I think, if they actually can continue that level. And we saw Heroic actually have some LAN performances. So it's nice to see these teams sort of emerge into our consciousness as, like, real contenders. But how real is it? And that's the thought thing. Going into next year, you want to see really established, like, a consistent top 6, and within that top 6, a top 3, like, these teams who are just going to be consistently a part of the narrative, dictate the storylines, and really a part of our collective consciousness. I think that'd be a really helpful thing to have.
I think it's cool because, like, you compare it to where we were last year, and we were talking about how the top 10 looked weak, and I think the top 10 that we have at the moment, you could make maybe an argument for them being weak, considering the way that, you know, like you said, you know, they're sort of dipping their toes in at one event and looking like a really solid team, and then going to the next event and then just looking really poor. I think that's the one difference I will maybe note between the 2 years, is that this top 10 is stronger, but it's just it's so hit and miss that we end up with really poor performances at one event and then really solid performances at this one event that they maybe even win or go to the finals in. Those are the anomalies that didn't happen last year. We had maybe 2-3 teams last year where you could see them in the finals and I mean, only one of the teams would end up walking away with it. You know, usually it was Na'Vi. This year, we don't have that level of consistency at all, but it's still a stronger position than we were in last year, where the top 10 were really nothing to really even consider. But this top 10, there is actually an argument to be made for many of the different teams within it that they could win the next event.
Yeah, it's a top 10, especially, it's one where you look at the like HLTV point system, you're like, that's not quite representative of where I see the teams, but it does tell you the story. Like Mouse and Furia, no one actually thinks they're going to be the upper half of the top 10. They currently sit 5 and 6. You're like, well, that's just because they keep making quarterfinal semis. And then you look at teams like Cloud9, you're like, any day now, they could just go win the event. It's a bit like that. There's different like levels and different teams, like different attitudes we have towards them. But next year I want to see them, regular. Like Cloud9, I don't want to see you losing group stage games to anyone. Even if it is a crappy deathmatch map you've picked against Greyhound. Like, thankfully that's no longer an option. But I want to see something better from these sorts of rosters. But yeah, we should start talking about the punishment, the forfeit, because it's all well and good, the season's over. Yumi took the L, so that means a charity's getting a massive W, and it's of my choosing, so I've chosen the children's charity Chuff. Now, what they do essentially is help. It's the Children's Hearts Unit Foundation, so it's a weird one to say out loud, but essentially they promote physical and mental health of patients in the UK whose families are suffering from things like heart disease. Essentially, it's heart disease. It also accounts for some pulmonary things, but essentially it's the stress this causes to families. The NHS technically helps this patient, but can't really help anyone else, and that's what Chuff step in and do. I think it's a great cause. It's a cause I've been supporting through like small donations via Amazon for a long time. But I thought, it'd be a great one for this this show. And my other choice I had in mind was Movember, but we both already made donations to Movember this year, so we thought switch it up a bit. So yeah, that's going to be the charity of choosing. Yumi.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, you win. That's fine. That's the thing. Like when we were sort of laying it out. Oh, the punishment. It is not really like we were both ready to do it, and we both actively donated to charities this year. So we're all good. We're coming up on Christmas as well. Riding feel goods all the way through. You're gonna get hit with advertisements for charities all the way through that period, which is, that's a weird practice that the UK has, by the way. But yeah, no, absolutely a pleasure, and also this season, massively fun. Like, enjoy just kind of shooting around the topics, even though I was just getting punched in the gut consistently throughout this season. I did enjoy the fact that we were just able to just have a nice conversation and pit ourselves against each other pretty consistently. Because if anybody didn't realize from the format, we could have technically picked the same favorites or the same underdogs or dark horses we were going for, but yeah, it's deliberately designed in a way that we have to go up against each other at some point or another. So it's a good little head-to-head we've got. It's
a little more stimulating. I often find shows, like when they talk about the obvious stuff, it can get a bit dry. It's like, oh yeah, so this event everyone knows Navi's gonna win. Like, talk about like the last major, like of last year. Like, think about Stockholm. Like, everyone's like going in, it's gonna be Navi's win. Every show was pretty dead. But when you go into a show with us, it's like, yeah, there's one clear favourite. For example, like maybe not Antwerp, because that was a mess. But Antwerp was the first major of the year, wasn't it?
Yes, Antwerp
was. Shin was there. So going to Antwerp, everyone knew FaZe is going to win. One of us would have had to not pick FaZe, and that's the great thing. It ended up with some interesting picks, some interesting results. I think one of my first picks of the year was 0-0 Nation as a dark horse. That worked. Like, thinking about it now, like, how the hell did that even come through? So yeah, hopefully we can do more of it next year with I think some better graphics, a little better design. I'm thinking of getting the crowd involved. How I do that is gonna be weird. Might have to be
Workshopped.
a YouTube poll or something like that, but I kind of want there to be a third option. See what the wisdom of the masses or the wisdom of the crowd, whatever the expression is. Like, historically, they're pretty dumb, but I got a weird feeling this little community might be all right. So
You're just another one of these subscribers of, oh, new year, new me. So you're gonna change the graphics, you're gonna change the way the show runs.
minorly.
Yeah. Just like everybody else that's gonna go to the gym and start rock climbing and start a new sport and all these other hobbies that are ultimately gonna be dropped in the first 2 weeks.
Well, that's the thing. I only have to do the changes once. Like,
Yeah,
I have to sit down for like 10 minutes, make some
All that
graphics.
motivation at the start of the year, just knock it out the park.
Exactly. And don't rip on those people who go to the gym 1 month of the year. They make my membership cheaper. So I love those people. They're the best. Thank you, people who pretend to hit the gym. You are the best.
12-month contract, you can't leave.
Oh, they just forget to cancel it. They all just forget to cancel it. So they're paying like 24 quid a month. Every month of the year. I'm sat there thinking, oh,
Nice.
thanks for repairing the gym. I saw they redid the powerlifting platform yesterday. It's like, oh, there's about 50 lazy, unmotivated people who paid for that. Oh, love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there will be some changes. I think especially that one where we bring the crowd in. I think it'd be cool to kind of have us see what the viewers think, and then also roast them. It's always the best part when the crowd is wrong. Just gloat a little. I think everyone needs a little bit of that in their life, so
Of course.
more of that to look forward to. I will have put up on screen a screenshot of the donation, just to everything is validated. Just to remember, I should probably say that at some point. Like, we're actually gonna show you enough, make it official. And yeah, it's been a fun season. We're gonna wrap this one up, I think, around here because there's not much more to add. Oh, let's do a cheeky prediction. Doesn't go towards anything. Yumi, pick a winner. Last World Final.
Oh god.
Completely out of the blue, unprepared. I didn't set this up or anything.
Damn. Yeah, I haven't even really thought about it, to be honest. This will be an event that I kind of watch haphazardly in between frivolous Christmas shopping and mingling. Let's go outsiders. If I get first selection, yeah.
All right, yeah, great. Took my pick. Thanks.
Nice. Yeah. No. Cool. Now I have to
brilliant. Love it. Yeah, go with it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go off the deep end, and as a Frenchman, watching France beat England, I'm over the moon right now and filled with French copium. So Vitality on my pick to win the Blast Premier World Finals. The Danish kind of sucked at the World Cup, but the French didn't. So I'm going to expect that part of the team to carry their way through. And yeah, 18th, the World Final, and the World Cup final. So it's a day of watching French people.
Of finals. Yeah.
It's going to be so brilliant. All right.
Solid stuff.
We'll see you in the new year with the new format. Look out for those YouTube polls asking you your opinions, obviously. So I have now set it up. It's going to be a thing. And yeah, thanks to Yumi for joining me all this time, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.